I like to make literature guides and unit studies off of things that I like. And my favorite book growing up was My Side of the Mountain. I'm sure everybody my age has read this book, but this book, I could read this over and over again. So I made a literature guide. It's almost 100 pages that you can use. It incorporates um, vocabulary, um, handwriting, like reading comprehension, stuff like that, and then a bunch of outdoors skills. The way that each chapter is laid out is you have each chapter, what they're expected to read, and then this is a digital download, you get a bunch of videos to watch that I painstakingly watched. And then every chapter has a survival tip. So for this one, this is chapter 12. This is finding and using clay. So he finds and makes clay in order to make pots in chapter 12. So it talks about finding and making clay. Here's the vocabulary words for this chapter. And then there's like 4 or 5 discussion questions after each chapter is done, or retelling. So they can retell you the story. You can kind of discuss everything. Chapter 14, we all learn about Halloween. So for this one, it's harvesting and processing tree nuts. And then here's the videos that go with it, the vocabulary, the discussion, and then every chapter has activities and rabbit trails that are specific to that chapter. So for example, this one was making acorn pancakes, which is a real thing. I had no idea, but you can make acorn flour. And the other option up here is leaf rubbings. So most of these activities are pretty outdoorsy. We're talking foraging, making fire, first aid, stuff like that. So it's really an outdoor literature guide, which is great. And then with each chapter, there is handwriting, creative writing prompt, character contributions, Sam's challenges, and a vocabulary sheet. I'll show you some of those. So for one, we have Sam's challenges. So we have the challenge that Sam went through and the page number. How did Sam react to that challenge? And how did he resolve that challenge? We have handwriting and dictation practice. So handwriting if you're younger, dictation if you're older. Character contributions. So you fill in this chart as you read the story. So these are all the different characters that he comes across in the book. And how did they meet? Sam's reaction to how they met. And what did Sam learn from them? Because he learns something from every person that he comes across. This is the vocabulary that you have on here. Each vocabulary word and then a sentence to fill in that it makes the most sense. And then creative writing. So each chapter has a creative writing prompt. So for example, lesson 4, so that would be chapter 4. You come across an abandoned camp. Describe what you see and what they left behind. Or lesson 8. Oh no, you can only fit 9 items in your pack. What do you leave behind to make for yourself? So there are lots of food recipes. There's like dandelion salad, there's plantain salad, there's making acorn pancakes, making your own blueberry jelly, making your own salt, and then it can get even as specific as tanning hides, processing animals, all that. And then learning about falcons, learning about the Catskills, learning about all that. So I have it linked in my profile, but if you have a kid that kind of just likes outside stuff, oh, I highly suggest this book. Not even just this book, but like the literature guide, but even just this book in and of itself is just absolutely amazing. If you have questions about like anything that you see, just comment below and I'll be able to answer them for you. Otherwise, go check out my profile. It's in there.